Hello, air signs. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Amber, if this is your first time here. The title, you're way off reading. Now in the first one I did, the earth signs, it had to do with both, but you see in the backdrop, you know, you could be planning on going way far off. But for the most part, what this is about is somebody, could be you or somebody about you more than likely, being way off, okay, in perception about you in some way. So that's what we're looking into this month. It's not going to apply with everybody. Your card has dropped. Heal the sick that are therein and say unto them, the kingdom of God is come nigh unto you. But right immediately, what's hitting me is that that might not be what somebody might know a different reason why they're better. And maybe this analogy is being forced. A weird thing I know to come through, but that's what I'm getting so far. Gods and Titans is what we're using for the overall energy, and I will be reading from the book, just the quick message of what it is. So let's see what comes out for the air signs if you're an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. And there could be something here for you. It's not going to resonate with everybody. Take any good advice you can if it's not resonating with you. Okay, you got Helios cycles. Maybe you know that like maybe that's some sort of an allergy or something, and I don't know. It's something that a cycle, something that you go through. So it's not really about healing, being healed by God. It's to do with something else, a cycle. Oh, this is bizarre. Queen of the Moon is the supporting energy. And I'm going to pull that and then we'll read the message for that, okay, for the Helios. But let's just get the supporting energy first, as I did it that way in the first one as well. Supporting energy for the air signs, please. August 2026, as I did not mention that as of yet. That dropped. Focus. Waxing gibbous moon 3. Focus. Transformation. That butterfly tells me transformation of the third chakra, cycles. Yeah, a disbelief in this heal the sick there that are therein and say unto them, kingdom of God has come nigh unto you. Maybe the kingdom of God has been on you all this time, and maybe releasing that is what's making you well. As odd as that is to say. Um, let's see what this says now. We'll look him up. Should be. Here he is here. Know that personal patterns, positive or negative, may be playing out in your life right now. Plug into the cycles of nature for renewal and vitality. Um, as opposed to somebody trying to transform you religiously. That's what it's about. Somebody's trying to, or they're way off about your perceptions in a religious way, and they're way off because maybe you are very spiritual and you know that you have more control over the cycles of your body and what it goes through, and it's not about God. I know it's strange, but that's what's here. Okay. And that's what this is about because people deal with things all the time and they're not textbook, look it up. Yep. This, you know what I mean? Like it's strange. And that's what this is about. The Enchanted Tarot is what we're using for the main spread. We'll see if we can find out more about this person for Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, August 2026. What do they need to know about this person that's way off? And maybe they're way off in the sense of thinking that they could ever change your mind. This deck is very big, so be patient with me. It's kind of hard to shuffle. Air signs, please. What do they need to know? A Queen of Hearts. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. It could be somebody that, loves you. It could be a family member. Somebody in their emotions or using emotions against you, trying to, like guilt is what I'm trying to say, trying to use guilt. Um, Another one, the next one is already poking out. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups. Which I believe you have air signs. That's the problem. Maybe you're not the one that's, how do I say this? You're happy. They're not. They're not happy with how you're happy. Does that make sense? Weird. One more. Two of Wands. See, they're making this decision on their own to try and recruit you, transform you to what they think you should be, how the things that should make you happy. It is, they don't agree with what makes you happy. Okay. Um, and I think the way off part too is the fact that they think that they can do that. Bottom of the deck, the magician. Makes sense, right? So that's who you're dealing with. Whoever, we'll see if we can find out who this magician is, or you already know who this magician is. And we're clarifying for you guys with this is the Gilded Tarot Royale. So Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, please clarify their way off reading and who is way off about, and in this case, I think it's they're way off and how they believe, and they're way off in the fact that they think that they can do this, say these things, or use these um, emotional warfare, basically, to try and guilt you into this religious belief of God healing you. We have the Knight of Swords, see, under the Queen of Hearts. See, it's out of caring, but their words are sharp and abrupt. They say things to scare and intimidate you into believing a certain way. Um, Even about your health, right? Ten of Hearts, please, for the air signs. King of Cups. A lot of emotional warfare coming at you. This could be like your parents or your grandparents or just some sort of dynamic duel that feels like they can manipulate emotions in order to control. Ten of Cups. That King of Cups is coming in under the Ten of Cups. Get clarification on that, advice on him, but we've got soulmate energy here. We've got, a matching pair here. King and Queen of Cups. Two of Wands, please. The Moon. Maybe it is only the one that ever says anything. Maybe the other one is silent, but they are behind it. Like if it's your parents, maybe it's always your mother that is actually speaking the words and trying to guilt you into it, when the father stays like a father is more apt to just ignore you, make you feel uncomfortable by not talking to you when you're there because you're not going along with their will. See? And the emperor's behind that. But that tells me that big buck there tells me that it's a very authoritative person. Um, Three of Cups. It's like maybe you were an only child. Um, and so there's a lot of pressure for you to be following whatever rules you were raised to follow, especially religiously. But your focus is on the cycles that you've been going through, and um, a lot of it has been in a spiritual awakening. You do go through a lot of physical changes, physical ups and downs, and things that you'll experience that will feel like a physical illness, and it isn't. It isn't at all. It's your body transforming. Excuse me. Your advice is coming from the traditional Rider-Waite tarot. So the way off part is very complex in this one. It's a way off perception of who you really are and who they think you should be. Let's see what comes out for advice from the traditional Rider-Waite tarot for Aquarius. I just saw the Nine of Swords. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Cycles with focus, please. Knight of Wands. Spontaneous, just go for it energy. Fire energy, which I feel this is you. Whoa, going with those cycles, right? Whoa, I put them upside down. Sorry. There we go. She's got it. See, it's those cycles, and you just go with the flow of it because you're an air sign. But we all embody all the elements, okay? But your logic and your focus, see the focus here is the supporting energy, the supporting. That's what's your focus is what's supporting this. Just go with it. Just go with it. You know, in within yourself what's right. And any illness has been it's been a transfer. It's part of the transformation, and you know that, and they don't understand that, and they don't understand who you are really. The Knight of Swords under the Queen of Hearts, the one that will say what the other one won't say. See? Now, to me, this is just me confirming that it is a like a parent situation, and they are both heavily aligned with each other, but one, I feel like the female, the mother, has the words, okay, with this Knight of Swords. They're the ones that will say what they need to say, regardless of whether it hurts you, they don't care. Trying to scare you into doing what's right, having words because your father won't speak to you. Because whatever this transformation is that you've gone through. King of Cups under the Ten of Hearts. That Ten of Hearts, yeah, like it's like family, like he expects you to put all your Ten of Cups into family and what they believe should make you happy. King of Cups. See, it's like a lot to say, but you don't want to say it. Nothing specific. Here we go. See? The High Priestess, the intuition. See? This is who you are. You're following your intuition, and intuition is not part of the religious belief. It is that. Hmm. Air signs. The moon under Two of Wands, please. The moon card, please. Why is that here under the Two of Wands? The world. A new cycle is beginning for you, air signs, the one that's resonating with this. Okay. And it can't be controlled with this moon card here. The decision is not theirs to make. It's yours. So a new chapter is beginning. And let's see what's at the bottom. See, those swans. You're taking whatever action you need to take with this night here and the cycles. You are going to go with those cycles, whatever they are. It's part of your awakening. Very interesting reading, air signs. I hope as many, unfortunately, but I have to say and it is in the Bible. Jesus does say it, but you have to understand as you awaken that the Bible is manipulated, things left out. You know how you can say the same thing, the same words, but it's the way you say it behind and the meaning behind it. It's so easy for that kind of thing to be manipulated, where somebody's true intentions, true words, true what they meant for you to understand is taken away. So, anyway, we're gonna close out using the messages from the guides, which I know that you are in tune with your guides. So we'll see what they have to say for Aquarius, Gemini, Libra to close this energy out safely and give the air signs the message they need to take away from their way off reading. Death is an illusion. So very much this right here is used heavily in religion in many different ways. Okay, different beliefs use death, right, as a trap where people are afraid of their death, so they must follow these rules because once they're dead, that's it, right? And others are willing to commit that for their religion. And it's one just extreme opposite polar of the next, but it's an illusion. Actually, everything about this whole system that we're born into is an illusion. And that's part of the awakening as well. Air signs, very complicated. I do try to keep it in the realm and space of time for so it's the same for everybody by following the same procedure. Obviously, we could go on all day about awakening. However, I must cut it off here. So I hope that you will support the channel, even if you find yourself coming here each month and it doesn't always resonate with you, just for supporting the channel and keeping the motivation going here, hitting the like button because it's free. And subscribing is free. Everything is free to you. This month I will be linking the elements, so I will see you again for that. What element you will be linked with, I don't know, a different sign. It'll be each individual sign. Aquarius linked with a different element sign, and so on and so forth. So I'll see you later in the month for that. Until I do, take care of yourself. Bye for now.